love the Children's Book Council. Did you know that it has been around since 1945? That's when the first Children's Book Week began. And the Children's Book Council has been with me throughout my entire life. So awards like this are very, very special to me. Now, through my life, I've dressed up as a child during Book Week parades as Pippi Longstockings, as the Cat in the Hat. I was also Millie Molly Mandy one year from the Millie Molly Mandy series. Anyone my age will remember Millie Molly Mandy. It was a very popular series. But there was one particular year for Book Week that I really remember, and that was 1980. And that's because I entered a competition. Now, I was at Sturt Primary School in Wagga, and our librarian had a bookmark competition, and I entered. And this was my entry. Would you believe I still have it today? I treasured it so much. The Book Week theme, as you can see, was Care for Books. I knitted my entry. I had this gorgeous blanket stitched around the outside that my mother taught me how to do, and I embroidered the theme on it. It took me a long time. There were a lot of tears. I can remember there was a lot of unpicking as well. Well, one of the reasons I kept this was because I actually picked up 3rd place in the competition. And I was a kid that didn't win much, so it meant so much to me. It was put up in the library, pinned up there for the whole of Book Week, with my name and a little star that said 3rd place. And I was absolutely delighted, and that was a wonderful moment that the Children's Book Council and Book Week gave to me way back then in 1980. And you can see I've treasured it and kept it my whole life. Well, I went on after school to become a primary school teacher. So of course the Children's Book Council has been with me through a long time. It was with me when I was a school teacher, highlighting all the wonderful books that I could use in my classroom. And if you were in my class, you were on a diet of at least 3 picture books a day if you were in infants. Still read picture books all through up into primary. But I would also read lots of novels, and we'd read several chapters a day, and I just loved literature. And the Children's Book Council, of course, was there with me that whole time. So when I retired from teaching, I was so pleased to know that the Children's Book Council would still be with me. So you can imagine how delighted I was to receive acknowledgement from the Children's Book Council. And I have received some acknowledgement, some pats on the back from the Children's Book Council over the years. And I've always been really humbled and really honoured when that has happened, because the Children's Book Council has meant so much to me over the years, and for all the wonderful work that they do promoting books to children in schools, for teachers, directing them to great literature, and for me as an author, I've absolutely loved it. I know that this year is going to be fabulous. Curious Creatures, Wild Minds. It's going to be a wonderful book week, and I want to wish everybody out there the most fabulous time during Book Week this year.